Hey everyone, I made it 5 days in a row. What? I consistently did something for 5 entire days. If you knew my behavioral profile, you would know that that is not an easy feat for me. So, if you're not familiar with me, my name is Amber Hurdle, and I am the founder of the Velvet Machete Leadership Academy, where we help you become confident, compassionate, and very influential leaders so that you can lead in this fast paced, ever changing, wonky world that we find ourselves living in. I'm coming to you every weekday during the month of November because it is an especially crazy and hectic month, and I just committed to dropping a little something something for you every single day. And today, what I would like to discuss is how important it is to have a very strong people environment. Now, the second pillar of the Velvet Machete leadership journey is building strong environments. And that's everything from your physical work environment, that's your people environment, that's your mental environment, your digital environment, whatever that looks like, so that you can really strengthen your personal brand through supporting it in the various ways that you need to either protect yourself from yourself with a little bubble wrap, or to give you the additional support that you need to really grow something within you. So, my number one is people environments. And I'm just thinking about my day today, um, and how important that has been just in today. So, I got an email, as did everybody in a group that I'm in, from Ed Rigsby. And some of you watching might know him. And I just think about how much his influence and his leadership in this year has impacted my life, my business, and everything, how he brought other like minded people towards me. I've had multiple conversations today with friends who are helping me. Just helping me. Last weekend, we went and helped some of our friends who have a small business with an event that they were having, and my son was like, wow, that's really cool. And I was like, yeah, fun fact. You can't get anything done in this life without the help of your friends. There's a whole song about it. And it's the truth, especially if you're an entrepreneur. There's no way that you could afford the kind of help that you need. If you don't have friends who can help and pitch in to make things magical for you, that's a really tough go. And if you're a leader within an organization, making sure that you're properly networking within the organization to get help as well is uber important. One time this week, I mentioned that I worked for Gaylord Hotels for Gaylord Opryland and Attractions. And I think I said 4,000 employees, which might have been peak with on-call people during the holidays. Average is probably more like 3,000 throughout the year. I wanted to qualify that. I like to be accurate. But the thing about that position was that it was me and like three other people. And if the leaders and all the other departments did not help us, there's no way in the world that we could have accomplished the magic that we did. And I keep saying magic. At some point, I'm going to show you some pictures or whatever. And you're going to be like, that's what you did for a living. I mean, I'm talking pyrotechnics, stilt walkers, break dancers. We had people that worked for us in a band. We had dancers. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Like, it was magical. This was left on my door today from my daughter. There's a gift in here for thank you, baby. I haven't told you thank you yet. But the woman who owns Idiot Oscars, Joy Pine, she was Joy Ensfelder. She was instrumental in making me feel like a normal human being when I was 16 years old with a baby. She came and visited Brittany, and now my daughter is shopping in her store, which is a give back boutique. She gives back a portion of her proceeds to her project in Africa that she's been a part of for years, going down there formerly as a medical professional. She invested in my life. Granted, we were friends in high school, but she invested in my life even when it was hard, and she's still there in my life to this day. And I'm 41 years old. I could go on and on and on with the people who are, they just bring so much depth from a personal perspective, but from a business perspective too. Y'all, you got to have your people. You have to have your people. Dave Delaney, look him up. He's an expert networker right now. Text messaged me back, checking in because he knew that my son was in the hospital. He saw me post something about it and just checking in on me. If I didn't have my friends, y'all, I'd be batshit crazy in 2020. If I didn't have people who genuinely loved me, I would be crazy trained. And so I know that it's hard because we're all virtual and we're looking at people through screens, but I'm going to encourage you to hop on Zooms, text message people, get on LinkedIn. If you need support, find new people, find somebody who does what you do in your area, or maybe not even in your area, somebody who does what you do in another company, and just connect and be like, hey, let's hop on a Zoom, have coffee, and let's talk about best practices, because man, everything's shifting and changing. And I would just like to look at it from another perspective, maybe even from another industry. So don't be afraid. Introverts, actually, I have an entire chapter in the Bombshell Businesswoman about networking. It's called Network Like a Lady Boss, but gentlemen, I'm telling you, you can read it, you will not get cooties. Network Like a Lady Boss, and there's a whole section in there about introverts, okay? Because I know and love a lot of introverts. You can be successful networking too. These videos are not meant to go deep. We're just hitting the high spots. My challenge to you is think about, where do I need support in my life, and immediately write down 5 key areas. So whether that's friends, whether that's you need to strengthen a relationship in your family, whether that's you need to build your vendor base, your referral partners, it could be just other people in your industry. Whatever that looks like, just jot 5 people down, or 5 types of people down, and then move forward in the next week trying to figure out how you can get into contact with people like that and build a strong people environment. And I promise you, you will be able to build your influence with that kind of help and support, putting some wind in your sails, pushing you forward. If I mentioned your name, know that I love you. If I didn't mention your name, know that I love you. Oh, and I even had somebody point out that this drawer has been open for like all of my videos. That's where I keep my dog treats. So now that drawer is closed. So see, friends have your back. A good friend tells you when you have spinach in your teeth. And I know I have a friend who will be getting on to me for not having a grand plan. Having a friend who has consulted with multiple prime ministers on presenting is definitely a good friend to have, and will let you know whether you did a good job or not. Again, a good friend tells you when you have spinach in your teeth, and they also tell you when you look fabulous. So take that with you into the weekend. I will see you on Monday. If it kills me, I'm going to be consistent in this. This is less to do with trying to get that many views and more to do with showing up every single day because I felt called to do it. It's a weird month. It's a little crazy out there. And if I help one person a day, then I'm content. Have an awesome weekend.